Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be showing you how to filter content on a web page through using checkboxes. I'll be also showing you how to scan your URL using the URL search params. As you can see over here, my search bar is changing as I select a certain content on my sidebar. Currently I've selected an Audi vehicle. It is already listed here. This is the first vehicle which I'm showing you with my cursor is an Audi. The second is an Audi. The third is a Benz, and the fourth is a Benz. If we select a fourth vehicle, which is a Tesla, it will be listed here. This is a Tesla, the fourth vehicle, and the last vehicle is also a Tesla. As you can see on my search bar, the URL is updated using the URL search params, which I'll be showing you through writing the code. So let's get our hands dirty and get down to the code. So we'll navigate to the directory that you want to write. The folder for the project. Currently I always use my documents as my folder that contains all my codes. After that I'll navigate to my codes directory here. Afterwards I'll navigate to my JavaScript directory, JavaScript over here. From there I will start creating my React project using Vite npm create Vite at latest. Let's call our project vehicle listing, vehicle and dash listing, like that. You can hit enter afterwards. Give it a few seconds. Press tab to give a package name. Press enter to continue. After that you're going to select our framework. I want to continue with React. Select JavaScript and SWC. After that you're going to navigate to that directory that contains our project, cd vehicle listing. Press enter. I'm sorry, I think I did write bad command. Let's just copy it over here. Press Ctrl Shift C, then Ctrl Shift V to paste it. Press enter. Afterwards you'll be direct there. Enter npm install to install the required packages for the project. Give it a few seconds or a minute according to internet connection and speed. After installing the required packages, you will navigate to your Visual Studio by writing the command code space full stop. Press enter. Give it a few seconds to open the Visual Studio app. After that, open your terminal. Yes, I trust the others. From there you can open the terminal, start a new terminal. To verify if our project is created, you can run the command to run it npm run dev. Give it a few seconds. Yeah, this is our URL. Come to your favorite browser, open the URL. Okay, I'll be using this other web page as my comparison. I will also host it to my GitHub page, so you can access it from there. I will give you a link on my description for the YouTube. So let's first access the project. That's amazing. Our project is up and running. From there, let's do some setups. Come to your source folder, to the app.css, copy all thing through Ctrl A. After that, press backspace to delete everything. Save it over to the index.css. Ctrl A to select everything, backspace to delete everything, Ctrl S to save it. From there you can come to our app.jsx, clear the first 4 lines. Yeah, that's amazing. From there you can come over here, delete this line 4. Afterwards you can come from line let's start from the top. From line 8 go down up to line 27. Hit backspace to delete it. To test if our project is up, let's do a hello world. Save it, navigate back to your web browser. Yeah, it's amazing. Our web page is up and running. That's amazing. From there, let's create our folder that will contain the pages. On the source folder, let's create a new folder inside it, call it pages. Yeah, hit enter. You have created the new folder. Let's open a file over here. Let's call it car listing.jsx. Press enter to open it. RFCE to start the file. This is a functionality that is created using the ES7 what are they called, extension, ES7 extensions. Yeah, correct. By installing this extension, you'll be able to run your file very fast and to start it. RFCE is that command. Afterwards, you can create a new file for CSS styling on the pages folder. Press to create a new file. Let's call it the same name, car listing. .css. Yeah, that's fantastic. That's the CSS file. Let's go back to your car listing.jsx. Let's test if it's working and running. Over here, you can import it to the app.jsx car listing, and please make sure you include the naming convention should be a capital. As you can see over here, the car, the C is a capital. Please make sure you ensure that for easier importing. Our current content is car listing, this name, so you can navigate to your web browser to see if it is, yeah, the car listing is well and good. From there, let's start by creating this sidebar. Let's create an array, const cars is equals to let's see which is our first car. I think it's an Audi. The second car is a what? It's a Benz, I guess. A Benz. After that, the third car is a, is it a Tesla? Yeah, I think it's a Tesla. After that, the fourth car is a what? Let's see. The fourth car is a Porsche and a Ferrari, the last one. Is it a Porsche or a Porsche? I don't know. You can confirm. The last one is a Ferrari. It's one of my favorite cars. When I get money, I'll surprise my wife with it. Yeah, save it. Afterwards, let's map this content. Close, delete that car listing testing word. After that, you can come over here. Let's create a div. We need two divs. Let me first show you. Let's go back over here. We need the first div, which should contain this listing page, this selection, the content filtering. This div, from, as you can see, it has a white border. We also have another div, the left one, the right one, I'm sorry, which contains the vehicles. Also, we also have a top div which contains the header, the car listing name, this name. So I think first of all we should be starting from the top. So we should start with the div that contains the car listing name. So let's create that div first. This is a h1. Yeah, so let's call it car listing. Yeah, amazing. Afterwards, let's go to the other div. Yes, there's a parent div over here. Let's create two divs inside. Yes, and another div over here. Fantastic. After here in the first div, let's create a map. We are mapping cars dot map. Let's give an index of car. Let's give it the first. Is it a label? Yeah, it is a label. Let's give the key a car. Here we are going to give an input. No, it is not a text, it is a checkbox. Here we are going to, what is it? The value is car. Then over here we are going to give from here we are going to have a span. which would represent the car. Yeah, as you can see, it has been listed, and the checkbox can be selected. As you can see, you can select certain search boxes. From there, let's style first the left part. To style the left part, let's give it a class name. Oh, let's first import the CSS over here. You can delete this line. It is not of let's not delete it because it was created by default. Import dot car listing dot CSS. That's fantastic. To test if our CSS is working, okay, to test if our CSS is working, you can come over here, give the first div a name. Let's give it a class name, parent listing. Let's call it just parent because the listing will include the name car listing, the class name is that. So copy it, come to a car listing dot, paste it over there, give it a background to check if it is working correctly, a background red. Back to your URL, to your browser. I don't know why it's not listing. Go back and test it once more. Oh, I wrote reds. Oh my. Save it. Yeah, I believe by now it should be working correctly. Yeah, as you can see, the background is red. That is used to test if our CSS file is well connected to car listing.jsx. Scroll down. Let's give this a name. Let's first style the header. Let's give this one a class name, header. Copy it, save it over there, come here and paste it, input the full stop first, then paste it over there. Remember, since all these are contained in the parent folder, it's advisable to start with the name parent, the parent name. As you can see, parent, then afterwards the content that is inside the child. It's a good hierarchy to be able to track your file when styling. So the div, since you're styling the h1, let's add it over there. Let's give the text a line to be center. Good. Since this was the testing file, let's delete it. But afterwards we are going to do some changes. We'll change, as you can see over here. Our background is an image which with a certain opacity. I'll show you how we are going to add that image, but first of all, let's work on the header, the car listing name. Yeah, the name should be center. Let's first delete this background red. It was used for testing. Save it. Let's see if the text is center. Amazing. Remember, the title name, mine is Vite plus React. It's the default name that is created when starting the app, but you want our name to be called car listing. Let's change the title first of all. It was supposed to be the first thing, but sorry, it did fail on that end. On the file code index.html, over here, come delete the Vite plus React name, and car listing should be the name for our project. Amazing. Back to our CSS. As you did see, the header was aligned center. From there, let's navigate to what? Yeah, over here. Let's give this one a class name. Let's call it listing. Filtering. Label filtering. Filtering. Amazing. Copy, save it, and copy it back to our CSS dot there. Parent, as I advised you to do. Yeah, amazing. So let's give it a display flex. From there, you can give it a flex direction to be column. Let's give it a gap of this is a row gap of 2 rem. What else? Let's first save it and see how it appears. Amazing. After that, you can give it a border. folder black. Was it black? I don't know how, which color is it. Let's give it a black and we'll change afterwards. Black solid 1 pixel. Amazing. After that, copy that part. Label input. The input is the checkbox. Let's give it a width of 20 pixel, a height of 20 pixel. Amazing. And let's also give the name that contains the labels, which is a span. Let's give it a font size of what? Let's give it a was it a 20 pixel? We'll check. 20 pixel. Also a font weight of 400. Go back to your web page, see how it looks. I think that let's give it a height of 100 VH, 100 viewing height. Yeah, fantastic. You also need a padding. You see, as you can see over here, our page has a certain padding. Ours does not have a padding. Also, our border has a border radius, I think, of 10 pixels. So let's include it over here. Let's give it a padding of 10 pixel and a border radius of 10 pixels also. Border radius 10 pixels. Oh, amazing. I think let's first do that. Let's now include our images on the other div. For our images, you're going to fetch them from over here. I've created a folder which contains all the images in the documents. Code, JavaScript, car listing toggle, source, assets, cars. This is the folder that contains all our images. I can copy it from here back to a JavaScript folder. Where is my folder that called vehicle listing over here? That's my folder that contains the project. In my assets folder, I can paste it. I can paste my car images over here. No, I think they are pasted already. Let's see if they are pasted on our end. Assets, cars, yeah, they are listed over here. Amazing. From there, let's import them. Import. Our first car is an Audi. Let's call it an Audi from assets folder / cars folder / Audi 1 JPG. Amazing. Let's call it an Audi 1 since we have several Audis. Image, source, Audi 1. Save it. Let's see if it's displayed. Yeah, the first vehicle is over here. It's an Audi. I don't know the model. If you know the model, please comment down. It's a green one. I just can refer it as a green Audi. We have how many vehicles? Let's first style it. This is the listing car class name. Listing part. Let's call it a listing part for easier tracking. Copy it, save it back to a CSS. So you can remember, since the parent is the parent div, you first have to include the name before including the listing part div name. It doesn't have any usage. I only use it as a correct tracking functionality for my CSS, so I can be able to understand it. You can just write the listing name without the parent name included, but it's advisable to use the parent name initially before before naming the child div. Okay, afterwards let's give it Over here we did have a parent div, if you do remember. No, back to our JSX, not the URL. Back to our JSX, we have a parent div which contains the label. Let me make it more. As you can see, you have this div which contains the other two divs inside. There's div 1, which is the label filtering div, this one. We also have another div called listing part div. So this parent div which contains the two divs, let's give it a name. Class name, how do we call it? Let's call it parent list. Is that name? Parent listing. Let's just call it that. We can rename it afterwards. Parent listing of let's include it over here before the label listing, before the label filtering. Yes, this is the parent name. Let's give it a display flex. Good. Afterwards, the labels, let's give it a display. Let's give it a width of 30 pixels. Let's see how it will look. Also, the listing part, let's give it a width of 70%. Save it back to our web. Oh my. Okay, I've noted. As you can see, there's a funny it has the Audi image is so huge. First of all, let's style it to avoid such. This was supposed to be a percentage, I'm sorry, percent. Yes, but let's style the image first. Paste it, add image. Let's give it a width of how many? 250 pixels. Also a height of 250 pixels. 250 pixels. Also, let's give it border radius of 10 pixels. It was 20%. Let's give it object fit cover. Amazing. Let's see how the image looks. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. Does it look similar to this one? I think it is somehow close. This part, let's give it a margin. No. This one, let's give it a margin right. Margin right of, let's say 20 pixels. Yeah, 20 pixels is favorable. I think that's a good gap. Let's include the other images. We have, let's count them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 images in total. The dashboard.jpg is not a car image. That's the background image. That the dashboard image. This one. The dashboard. This dashboard image. We will include it at the last part. I will show you how. So over here to the listing div, let's add 8 more. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fabulous. Yeah, let's now include the images. We also need 9 images from the assets folder. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Amazing. Audi, we have the first Audi and then we have the second Audi. So let's change this one to Audi 2, this one to Audi 2. Benz 1, the other one, let's just copy this name, change it over here, paste it over here and over here. Hence these are Benz 2 and over here Benz 2. The images are downloaded from Unsplash website, and I believe you know it. You can go search at your URL unsplash.com. You can access the images from there. The third vehicle is a Ferrari. Ferrari 1. Ferrari 1. Let's change this one to Ferrari 2. Ferrari 2. The fourth vehicle is a Porsche. The Porsche one. I did not find another Porsche vehicle, so I just use one Porsche car. And I don't know if it's pronounced as a Porsche or a Porsche. You have to correct me on that. The last vehicle is a Tesla. Let's change it to Tesla 2. Yeah, Tesla 2. Afterwards, come change these names over here. It's kind of boring it's a repetition. You can, after upgrading some programming skill, you can try to map it as we mapped the label. As you can remember, we did map the label, but I just wanted to follow this long process so that I can include both processes. As you can remember over here, we mapped these names, the Audi, Benz, Tesla. This array was mapped over here. But for the images part, I did not want to use both the mapping, so I had to include this long process. That's why you can see I'm just copy pasting my content, but it's a good way to run. Let's paste the Ferrari over here. The second Ferrari. Okay, and two more, Tesla and Porsche. Tesla. Let's see if the images are listed or we have had an error. Okay, over here. Yeah, the images are listed well. Back to our styling, you can see the images are clogged. Over here, let's give it a display flex overlap. It should wrap. Let's give it a gap of what? Let's say 2 rem. Let's check it. Is the gap okay? Yeah. Let's increase this. Oh, no. We should display our content at the center. On the listing part, let's justify our content to be listed on the center part. Save it. Amazing. Our content is currently at the center, so you can see there's a gap over here and there's a gap over here. That's amazing. Afterwards, let's work on our functionality now. So when you select the Benz, it should only display the Benz vehicles, and it should also update our URL. This can be used when searching. Let's say you're filtering on YouTube, you want to watch some documentaries or you want to listen to some music. You can filter the content you want to consume. Also on Spotify, you can filter the songs you want to consume. When shopping through e-commerce, you can filter the product you want to purchase. Let's say you want to purchase a chair. At their website, you can filter the appropriate content you want to view or to buy. So the filtering is very essential for users and for web developer to learn, and also to include the user to select their preferences. Okay, let's now start working on our functionality. But before we do that, let's first include this background image. It is a dashboard. It is a dashboard image. Let's include it on our parent part up there. Okay, let's background linear it's not a background color, sorry. Linear gradient RGBA of the following color: 18 for red, 19 for green, 19 for blue, and 0.4 for the opacity. RGBA for the other part, same color. You can just copy it, you don't have to repeat yourself. Yeah, paste it over here. Afterwards, the URL for the where the image is allocated. It is not located over there. Assets, source, assets, cars, dashboard. Let's see if it is listed. It can't be viewed. Let's give it a few minutes. Refresh our web page. Okay, the listing did not show up. I don't know where I messed up. Let's check it once more. Linear gradient, that's amazing. Background, did I say background name? Linear gradient, well, okay. 18, 19, a comma. Oh, I have noted. Oh, there should be only one. It should be containing only this. RGBA should have its own brackets. Save it. I believe by now the error is solved. Yeah, amazing. That's the image. Let's give it a background of cover, background size cover, and also let's give it a background position of center. I believe the image is well centered now. Let's view it. Fabulous. Okay, as you can see over here too, we have some funny whitish colors, or we have some padding, and you don't want to see this padding. So to be able to undo with it, you can come on our asset folder, create a global.css file, asset global. Let's have global.css padding. Let's give it a 0. Let's see what else should we include. Afterwards, a margin of 0. Also, box sizing of border box. Amazing. Also, the HTML part, let's give it an overflow of hidden, to be able to avoid some overlaying. Hidden, overflow hidden. Let's see how, if the spacing is out. Oh, we have not imported it, I'm sorry. On our app.jsx, we'll import it over here. App import app import assets global.css. Let's see if the spacing is out now. Amazing. As you can see too, there's also some the names for the vehicles on the filtering part. They are not visible. They should be white according to this end. They should be white. Let's come over here and change it on our CSS end. The span, let's give it a color of white. Also this border, let's give it a white. Also the H1, let's give it a white. Amazing. Also, did you have a padding over here? Let's give it a padding. No. Let's first save it. I want to check on something. Okay, yeah, we need some padding. And also we also need a margin bottom on the car listing over here. Let's have a padding of, let's say 20 or 10 pixels. Yeah. Also on this part, let's have a margin top of 100. Save it. Yeah, I believe now. Also inside here, let's include some padding. Filtering. We did some padding. Let's increase it to 20 pixels. Okay, we also need some spacing over here. Let's give it a margin right of, let's have it 200. Let's also include let's increase this one to 30 to make it more visible. Oh yeah, yeah, that's, I believe, is a good styling. Let's now work on the functionality for be able to filtering the content you want to view. First of all, let's open another terminal tab. We need to install a package called React Router DOM. It will help us to use the URL search params and also the browser router to be able to update our URL. npm I, you don't have to write the full name install, you can use the I keyword. I React Router DOM. Hit enter and give it a few seconds. Okay, after installing the React Router DOM, the first thing first is to update our app.jsx. Over here, include browser router DOM. It has been imported directly from the React Router DOM that we installed earlier. Copy the name, paste it down here to close that part. Yeah, amazing. Let's navigate back to car listing part. Here we need to set some states. Const selected car set selected car equals useState array, an empty array. I'm sorry, it should be an empty array. After that, let's now include the search params. Const search params. Yeah, search params set search params use search params. Yeah, it should be imported from React Router DOM. Afterwards, you can create a first function. Const handle car select handle car, the C should be capital, select, and the S2 select. Let's it have a parameter called car. Also, you can update the set select her to previous selected vehicle. Yeah, to previous selected vehicle. It should be inside a bracket. Yes. Afterwards, if the previous selected vehicle includes car, then let's filter The filter is a keyword, so remember to write it well. C. Yeah, it should be an arrow function and a negative operator over here. Car. Else list destructure using a spread operator to create a list after filtering it. Let's see previous filter. See, it's a car, or you should close it over here. Let's see. Yeah, let's remove this one and close it over here. I believe the error is off now. Afterwards, this is a function. Let me explain it to you. First, we did create the use state. The use state called select car. The initial state was an array, and the state name was a select car. The set select car is a function used to update the value for the selected car variable. For the select car variable, the initial state was an empty array, as you can see over here. Afterwards, we did also create a search params. I'm going to show you how we are going to use it. It should be empty too. Sorry, I did not include that. We are going to use it in updating the URL, the query for the URL. When we select a certain vehicle, we select more than one vehicle, it should update the URL so it can. Let's say you are on YouTube, you want to watch, let's say, a wildlife documentary. So when selecting that section, that category, the YouTube should direct you to those videos. That's why we are updating our URL. I believe that's correct on your end. Afterwards, we'll create a function called handle select. This function will be called when you check this checkbox. Unchecked, we'll include it later. So when the set selected car, which is used to update the select car value, is previous, that means you had selected a vehicle, it should check if it includes that vehicle. Afterwards, it should filter it. If you had selected that vehicle, it should not filter it afterwards. And it should also update our list. This part is used to update our list. Yeah, I think that's a better explanation. Let's also use an use effect to be able to update our URL query. Let's create a variable. Let's call it no, we should start with an if selected car.length is greater than 0, that means you have selected a car, you should return a variable called query. Let's create it. New, a keyword called URL search params, which contains cars, not cars, it's a car, selected car.join remember to set search param to query. Query. Else that means if the selected car value is less than 0. Initially, this part means you have selected a car, which means the length for the selected vehicles is more than 0. Else, set search params should be empty. Yeah, amazing. Let's move over here. Oh, this part you should include checked. This is the checkbox. So when it is checked, the selected car dot includes car. That means the selected should include one of these vehicles over here. Also on change, it should pass this functionality handle car select. Handle car select, and the argument should be a car. That's amazing. Over here on this end, on this other part, the listing part, this is where you are going to list. This is where the vehicle should be filtered and certain vehicles should be listed. First of all, remember, according to our, let's first save it. I don't know if it is having an error. Oh, currently don't have an error. Let's check our console. Our console should be able to guide us and be able to notify us if we have an error. Yeah, inspect. Let's check our console. Let's refresh it to see if there's an error. Yeah, currently don't have any errors. A maximum of days exceeded. This can happen to inside, but the use effect does not have. Oh, sorry. We did not include the dependencies for the use effect. I'm sorry for that. Why is the use effect over here? We need to include dependencies. Oh yeah, I did forget about that part. The first dependency should be selected car. Yeah, the first dependency should be selected car, and the second dependency should be set search params. Let's save it, refresh our page to see if the error is out. Go to our console, refresh it. Yeah, amazing. Currently don't have any error. Good. Now let's go back over here. When we select a certain vehicle, let me show you. Our car listing part should be able to update to that particular vehicle. These two vehicles, as you can see, they have the Benz logos. This is the Benz logo. Also, this is a Benz. I think this is an S500. I don't know if I'm correct. You can just confirm or use Google Lenses to take a screenshot and go and confirm the particulars for that vehicle. So when you select a Tesla, it should display images for that Tesla vehicle. So when you select a Benz, it should be able to it should be able to display the Tesla and the best vehicle. Also, it should be able to update the URL. But on our end, on our end, the URL is working since we did update using the URL search params. This end, let me show you this one. This is the one performing the query tracking for the URL when you select that particular vehicle. Yeah, it is working perfectly on our URL. I don't know why it's not listing. Oh, and I have understand why it is not listing vehicles over here, since we have not tracked the vehicles on the listing part. Okay, the first thing first, let's first include the Audis. When the Audis are selected, these two images should be displayed in Audi 1 and Audi 2. So to go about it, first of all, when we have 0 selected cars, it should display all the vehicles. So let's first include that functionality. Selected dot length is equals to 0 to 0 or on selected dot includes let's go and fetch that name Audi Yeah, when selected, when zero vehicle is selected, it should display all the vehicles. Or when the selected car is an Audi, it should include these two images for the Audi. Dash. Let's see. Or should display and copy it. Cut it, not copy it. We should paste it over here. Amazing. We'll use Prettier to beautify our code afterwards. Let's first work on the functionality. Afterwards we'll beautify the code. Currently the code is not arranged correctly. So come over here, copy that first part. We are going to reuse it afterwards. Copy it, come over here downwards, paste it over here. When it includes a Benz, the second vehicle is a Benz. Yeah, it's a Benz. Copy it, flow downwards. Selected car includes. I think I'm messing on something. Let me check. Oh yeah, over here I should have included let's include a bracket here and another bracket over here. Yeah, over there. Amazing. Yeah, we should have a bracket over here and a bracket to close that conditional rendering before displaying the content. Yes, fantastic. So the second vehicle was a Benz. Let's copy it. I'm sorry, we have gone back to our initial stage. Paste it over here. Come grab these two images, cut them, paste them over here. Yeah, amazing. Okay, I'm not including the alt functionality. The alt functionality is an alternative that is used to show the description for that image. Let's say you have poor connection and the image did not load. This alt functionality displays the description for that image. It can also be used by, let's say, blind people, since they cannot be able to view the page. The alt part will be used as a description. Let's just include it. Let's say this is the first Audi car, the first Audi car. Yeah, copy it, paste it over here, and I don't think I'll have to include it on all the images, since this is a test project. And the second Audi car. Oh, fantastic. I don't think I'll have to include it here. You can just write the first Benz, the second Benz. It will help your web page to be well ranked by the Google spiders. I don't know what they are called. They help to display your site better compared to others. So the third vehicle is a Tesla. Copy it, come paste it over here. I believe you do remember the functionality. I did say this first. When the selected car, when we don't have any car selected, that means the length is 0. You are going to display vehicles. These two, should I call them sticks? I don't know what they are called. They are used as an OR operator in JavaScript. That means when you have not selected any vehicle, or you have selected a Benz, or when you have selected 0 vehicles, the vehicles will be displayed. Or when you have selected a Benz, only the Benz vehicles will display this Benz 1 and Benz 2 images. Yeah, amazing. Afterwards, let's copy it. Let's copy. Where are the Tesla images? Oh, they are here down. Oh yeah, cut them, paste them over here. Afterwards, copy this whole part, paste it down here. So the fourth vehicle is a what? Is a Porsche. We did only have one image for the Porsche. overwrite it over there. Let's copy this one, image only. Paste it over here. Yeah, you should delete it down here. Fantastic. Afterwards, the last vehicle is a Ferrari. Ferrari is one of my favorite vehicles, but according to the economy in this country of mine, affording it might be a very, should I say, an unachievable. Okay, let's copy the last time, which is a Ferrari. Paste it over here. I believe let's see if we have included on the vehicle. This is a Porsche. Amazing. Porsche. We only have one vehicle. Let's save it. Let's see if how it displays. Amazing. Our site is working correctly. So yeah, let's select an Audi. Yeah, these two vehicles are displayed. As you can see on our URL, the Audi vehicles are displayed. The Audi car is displayed only. Let's select a Benz. The URL is updated according to your URL search params. They are used to, when you select all the vehicles will be listed, and our URL will include all the vehicles. But when you refresh our web page, by default the URL is by default true. We don't have any selected vehicles on the URL. Also, the listed vehicles are all the vehicles listed. Okay, that's how that's my project. To access it, I will publish it to my GitHub, and I will also host it on my GitHub pages. So I'll give you a link on my description. Thank you, and have a nice evening.